Hi guys, I'm Julianne with Keto Cooking Christian, and what I've made for you today is a super fun appetizer, these little taco dip cups. And as you can see, they're layered, so they're kind of reminiscent of the classic 7-layer dip. And I'm going to show you how to make one, but they're perfect for any kind of party, get together, game day, holidays, you name it. So going to start with the little cup, and the little cups that I like to use, they're the little Chinette cups. They're just a little bit fancier than, say, the plastic solo cups. Um, and it all starts with the first layer, which is the taco meat. Now, I don't know if you can see this. I actually make my own taco meat. Um, and I know it's super easy to go to the store and just buy a little packet of the taco seasoning, and put it in your ground beef in the skillet. But I find it really lacks flavor. It's loaded with ingredients that really aren't that keto friendly. And if you make it yourself, you can really get a lot more flavor. It just tastes more fresh. I actually put chipotle peppers in mine. They're very smoky, and they just give such a beautiful flavor to the taco meat. And I also put onions and smoked paprika and cumin and all kinds of other little spices, but very easy to make. There's nothing that you can't find at your local grocery store, and I just find it's really worth it to make my own. And what I do is when I make it, I usually make a big batch, and then I'll freeze little portions so that I can have it either over a taco salad or use it in. There's so many things to use this taco meat in. I use them in casseroles. Um, you can make a burrito, stuffed avocado, like a taco avocado. Just so many different ways to use it. I think taco salad is probably the most common for me. Um, but I also have uh, a larger version of this, which is in one of those big trifle dishes. It's a 7-layer dip. So if you want to serve it that way, I'll link it down below and you can check it out. But I like these, they're fun. Everybody gets their own cup, and you have your own little tortillas. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's start with the taco meat layer. And I'll link the taco meat recipe down below for you too. And that's about good. And then we're gonna put some sour cream. Now, you can really vary this recipe however you like. If you don't like sour cream and you happen to like Greek yogurt, or if that's what you have on hand, use Greek yogurt. If you want to really spice things up, you can make a chipotle sour cream by just using the canned chipotles. Chop it up, maybe put a little bit of lime juice. I do that in a lot of my recipes actually, and it also turns it a really pretty color. So guacamole next. And I make my own guacamole, but the good thing about this recipe is you can almost buy just about everything except the taco meat. I really would make it yourself. But if you like if you prefer store-bought guacamole or salsa, which we'll put in a minute, then um, you do you. Sometimes in a pinch, if I have to use the store-bought, I'll do that as well. Okay, and a little lettuce, and I like to shred my own, but again, you can buy it already shredded. I like it really super fine because this is kind of a small cup, and you don't want big old chunks of lettuce. Remember, people are going to be dipping, and you want it to get sloppy. Something else I make myself, I make my own salsa, and I actually use fire roasted tomatoes, which gives it really nice flavor. But again, if you're in a pinch and you just don't feel like making everything yourself, just buy your favorite store-bought brand, and it'll still taste delicious. Your guests will still love it. And then we'll put some shredded cheese. I happen to shred this myself today, but I don't always. Sometimes I will use the store-bought. It's not the best for you because they do add some anti-caking ingredients. But again, this is one of these things that's just supposed to be fun and easy. And so you do whatever you have to do. They also sell, I chop these myself because I couldn't find the already sliced um, black olives, but if you can find them, even better. And then I like to add a little cilantro. And I know cilantro is one of those things that you either love it or hate it. Years ago, I actually hated it. I visited Mexico and it was in pretty much everything. And I thought, what in the world is this? But over the years, I've come to love it. And I actually use quite a bit in my cooking. Even though I'm Italian, I actually really love Mexican food and I cook it a lot. So if you know that your guests are like they're in the cilantro camp, then go ahead and add it. If not, you might leave it off because it might turn some people off. Clean up a little guacamole here. And then I like to top it with a couple little chips. And these are the Quest protein chips. Um, you can make your own if you want. I have a couple of different recipes on the site. I can link them below. But in a pinch, they're just fine. And then a little lime slice over the top. Right? Look how pretty. Who wouldn't want to eat that? I hope you give this a try. Again, there's so many different variations, so many different ways you can make it. There's other things you can add in jalapenos if you'd like, the pickled jalapenos. I like to do that sometimes. So many different, variations that you can make. You add in what you like and what your guests like, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy it. And let me know down below what some of your favorite, this is supposed to mimic a taco. So whatever you like to put on your taco, that's really what you want to add in here. Let me know what you think if you decide to make it. And I do hope you give it a try. It's really good and it's fun. And they look really cute too. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.